We believe choral singing is fundamental to the well-being of human society and of each human individual. It creates deep and abiding bonds of trust between people, often very quickly and efficiently, while at the same time helping us learn to trust ourselves. It allows us to engage in real time in the delicate balancing act between individual autonomy and the common good. And in our increasingly technological age, choral music allows us to experience transcendence in our actual bodies, and not just as something we do with our minds.
As a stutterer, it's not very common for people like us to kind of be in the spotlight and want to talk to people and want to talk on camera. And I don't stutter when I sing. In particular, when I sing with others, which somehow, I mean, it seems like it was a foregone conclusion that I would end up in choral music in some regard, because it was a place I could be free and I could express myself in a coherent and clear way.
Benedict and I have been working together for the better part of 10 years. You know, the opportunity to come here to produce a recording of what I think is probably the biggest piece I've done with Benedict. Certainly the biggest piece of his that we've been able to do.
Big piece, and it needs big forces for it. What's really beautiful about this piece is it really uses the forces that we had in different ways. So the piece opens with a massive chorus and full orchestral moment, and it's really quite overwhelming.
I've known and loved this text since my childhood, and I conceived the idea of setting it to music on a large scale during the early months of the COVID-19 pandemic. I've finished the final draft in the spring of 2023. It is also a piece for me that arose out of a period of profound uncertainty, both for the world in general and for me personally, in my own life and faith. Akathist is very much a piece about struggling with fear, with pain, with doubt, and trying to find things to be thankful for, things of value to hold on to in the midst of it all.
Benedict and Talia Sheehan have a way of making people fall in love with them.
The singing was also just a part of life. And I think so often we get into these bubbles of this is the work, we're doing the work, and then we go back to our real life. And this was not that. This was, please welcome into our crazy life, messy, kids running everywhere, beautiful life, and we're going to sing together.
Artefact Ensemble is a community of vocal artists. It's a professional chamber choir made up of some of the best singers in the country.
We're also focused on creating experiences of human connection through song, storytelling, food, and celebration. We're united in the belief that for music making to thrive, there need to be contexts for that music making. There needs to be a culture to make that music meaningful.
So, Artefact Ensemble exists to help create those contexts, to help create a culture that expresses itself in music.